Very exciting this for Manchester United. We have just signed a very important player in this team, a very important position in this team, and that was the striker position. And we signed Joshua Zirkzee. So that's a very good start to start the stream. And the reason why signing the striker was so important is not because Højlund, isn't doing his job per se. I feel like Højlund did a great job last season. He scored 16 goals. It wasn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, you need to realize where this team is at and that it was Højlund's first year. But what we needed to give Højlund was first someone for him to be able to rotate with, and someone at the same time to give Højlund some much needed competition. So we've been able to do that this season, this summer transfer window already. We're still in early July, so that's very good. And that just means that Zirkzee, after he comes back from his injury, he'll be able to join the preseason team and hit the ground running, which was always something that I wanted. I always said that since we started this thing, that it was very important, because we've seen it before for Manchester United. It's very important for us to get the right players in at the right time, because they need to gel with the team. Let's not underestimate how important it is for players to gel with the team and get acclimatized with their new surroundings. But yeah, I think that's just the first talking point. There are two reports from Fabrizio Romano that I want us to pay attention to. So we're going to start with that. Going to move over to the other screen. We're going to listen to these two reports from Fabrizio Romano and see what the news around De Ligt, around Zirkzee and how that deal was done, and around Ugarte, around what's his name? Lenny Euro. We're going to see all of those deals. We're going to see all of those updates, and we'll see where we are at and how we're moving forwards to again set Ten Hag up for success in the coming season. But yeah, without wasting any more time, guys, let's get straight into it.
With Manchester United, so not negotiating with any other club, PSG or all the other rumors. The player wants to go to Manchester United. The contract is agreed till 2029. Ciao guys, welcome back now on Playback. As always, together to update you on all the latest on the transfer market. Today with a show that is going to be a fast one with an important update for Manchester United.
Hopefully.
And it's an exclusive important update, a really exclusive important update. So we are ready. Ciao, ciao guys. Ciao to all of you joining.
Why was that so loud?
Check out Hero Wars.
Story. My understanding is that Manchester United don't pay the release clause for Joshua Zirkzee. We had reports over the weekend.
This was from yesterday, but yeah, we know we've signed Zirkzee, but let's carry on.
Of Manchester United paying the release clause for Joshua Zirkzee. This is not the case. What I understand is that Manchester United will pay slightly more than 40 million euros, but including some very good details for the payment terms. So what's the agreement? Instead of paying 40 million euros to Bologna in one solution, Manchester United have agreed with Bologna on paying slightly above the release clause, but with better payment terms. Manchester.
Okay, so pretty much, if you guys, how you doing? Was it YZTX? How you doing, bro? Nice to see you. But if you guys don't know, if you guys aren't aware, yeah, we didn't pay the full price or the full release clause price for Zirkzee, and really and truly, that was a very good move by the Manchester United board. Once again, we are seeing a shift in culture. We are seeing a shift in the way that we do negotiations. And pretty much what Fabrizio Romano is saying here is that we could have paid the release clause, but again, that's just poor cash flow. So what we did is we went over to Bologna, and we're going to pay them slightly extra than what his release clause actually is, but we're going to pay them in installments. It just means that we're not giving a bunch of money. It's not just leaving the club in one go. This is just a smart business decision, because you need cash flow for a bunch of things at a football club. You have people to pay, so you don't just want money to leave the club straight away. So I think that's a very good move. But yeah, we've got Zirkzee in, and the way that we done the deal, we also didn't get our pants pulled over. So it's very good for Manchester United board. And again, we're seeing a shift in this culture and the way that we do transfers.
United will pay the fee in 3 years. Joshua Zirkzee has already agreed his contract at Manchester United. The contract will be valid until 2029. 5-year deal for Joshua Zirkzee with an option for further season 2030. So first signing of the summer, first signing of the new era for
very good.
to Manchester United is here we go. The deal is agreed. The deal will be done very soon with medical tests expected before the holidays for Joshua Zirkzee, and then Manchester United will complete officially the deal. But with Bologna, there is an agreement in place, United Bologna for Joshua Zirkzee, and the agreement is not to pay the release clause, but to pay slightly above the release clause in 3 years. This is the pact between Manchester.
Very good. So again, further on in the stream, we're gonna go back and we're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday. So we're gonna go over to some of Zirkzee's highlights. We're gonna look at his highlights, and I also want to look at his stats a bit more in depth. And then there's also one more video we're going to watch on Fabrizio, and we're gonna watch one more analysis. By the way, Osimhen has been linked to United in the past. Is he still linked there? Nah. I don't think we're going to get Osimhen. Osimhen is going to be too expensive. Again, whoever signs Osimhen, they're going to have to spend an enormous or abnormous amount of money. I think it's worth it because Osimhen is a very good striker, but I don't think we're going to go for Osimhen. I do think Zirkzee is going to be our striker, and Højlund, and they're just going to have to battle it out for the season. But as I was saying, in a minute, we're going to go to looking again at Zirkzee, how he fits in this team and his stats. But for now, again, like Fabrizio just said here, we got the deal done. We got it in a way that we're not just letting a bunch of money leave the club. Again, I said it before, I don't really care how Manchester United get deals done. It's not really my problem. It's not really my money. All I care about is getting the right players in and helping Ten Hag to be successful. However, it is nice to know that our football club is doing things in a more professional manner, in a more efficient manner, and it just means that we won't be the laughing stock of the transfer window anymore. So again, I guess that's good.
United and Bologna, and this is the first signing ever for the new corners of Manchester United, Ineos, because Joshua Zirkzee is the first signing for United. So it's a really important update, really important story, guys. But for Man United, a crucial steps because they have their first signing of the summer transfer window. Then let me tell you something more on Zirkzee. So as I told you, medical test will be before the holidays, then time to sign all the documents, but Joshua Zirkzee can be considered a new Manchester United player. Agreement done with Bologna. Then guys, important to tell you something else. Manchester United are advancing in negotiations with Bayern for Matthijs de Ligt. So the expectation after...
And this is the update I've been waiting for, because we already know what happened with Zirkzee. He's coming to United, he signed the deal, he's going to have his medical in the next few days, and then go on holiday, comes back and joins the preseason tour, which is everything that we wanted. We just wanted things to get done properly. Now the next very important position in this team, and if you want to argue even more important than signing a striker, is the centre-back position for Manchester United. This is important because Varane just left, Maguire is not up to par, and Lindelof is also not up to par. We've seen it before. So we need to get a partners for Martinez, and even Martinez, he's really been injury-ridden last year. So it is very important for us to get a centre-back in this year. And so far, we've been linked to Euro and de Ligt. And I've been waiting for this update because I want to see what's going to happen with de Ligt. Reports came out that he really wants to come to United, but again, I want to hear from the horse's mouth. I want to hear what Fabrizio has to say.
Joshua Zirkzee is for Man United to get also the Matthijs de Ligt deal done. After 2 weeks ago, Matthijs de Ligt told his agent, Raffaella Pimenta, that he only wanted to negotiate with Manchester United. So not
very good. He only wants to negotiate with United. That's very good because, again, we made that reaction to de Ligt yesterday, and the video is going to come out today. The de Ligt video is going to come out today. And we've said that we've seen how great he is, how imposing he is physically, the experience that he has at the tender age of 25, how good he is on the ball. De Ligt is really a complete centre back. The only fault in de Ligt's game, the only major fault would be his pace. I do not like his pace. I think it's a bit too slow. But yet again, we'll just have to combat that. But apart from his pace, De Ligt is a very good centre back, and the fact that he only wants to negotiate with us means a lot. It means a lot because it means that he really believes in Ten Hag's project, and we need other players to also buy into this project. So again, very, very good that De Ligt only wants to come to Manchester United.
Negotiating with any other club, PSG or all the other rumors. The player wants to go to Manchester United. The contract is agreed till 2029. The salary.
Wow, and the contract has also been agreed. We're being efficient. We're being efficient. I think it's one of the rare times Manchester United are getting multiple deals done at the same time. It's usually for us, it's usually get one deal done, then wait a couple of weeks, get another deal done. But for the first time in a long time, we're getting deals done. How should I say quickly? We're getting deals done efficiently, and we're just getting things moving and getting things out of the way. Very good.
Is ready. Everything is ready between De Ligt and Manchester United. Both Joshua Zirkzee and Matthijs De Ligt had concrete direct contacts with the manager of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag. For De Ligt, the agreement club to club is still needed. So De Ligt deal is underway between Bayern and Man United, agreed on player side, but now Man United are working to get the deal done also with Bayern. First step, Joshua Zirkzee. Next step, Matthijs De Ligt. Then Manchester United are entering.
Oh, another ad.
Huh?
Very
Wait,
strong.
Frederick said, hot take, Man United can win the PL if they get the right pieces in. City and Arsenal are usually the favourites, but team like Liverpool and Man United are not far off. And I've said this before. Last year, we'll have a lot of people like forgetting how good we were in Ten Hag's first year. We were injury-ridden last year. We played with our centre-back pairing a couple of times, not more than 5 times we played with Varane and Martinez. So this year, getting the right players in, getting some competition for Zirkzee, getting Rashford to play the way he needs to play, the development of Kobe Mainoo, getting in a proper CDM, getting in a second, and we also didn't have a left back for the majority of the season, excuse me. So if we get these things done, and of course Onana also growing in confidence, I believe we should be winning the Europa League, and we should really be going for it in the Premier League. I don't think we should be, settling anymore for like 5th place and all that, and 6th place and all that crap. We should really be going for it in the Premier League and trying to win the whole thing. That should be our expectation. Not to win the thing, but at least to be competitive in the Premier League. And again, if we get the right players in, we can definitely do that.
Strong in the market now with Ineos, Mason Greenwood, Olympique Marseille are insisting to make the deal happen. Lazio are waiting to see what happens with Marseille. Of course, if the deal collapses with Marseille, Lazio will be still there, but Olympique Marseille remain confident. They have an agreement with Manchester United, 30 million euros add-ons included, and they are working to reach an agreement with the player. So
okay, this is about Greenwood. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really care about Greenwood. It looks like he's going to be leaving. Oh, perfect. Shout out to this comment. I don't care about Greenwood, Benfica, no, Varane, Morata, Ugarte. That's the next one I want to be hearing about, Ugarte.
Ugarte for Manchester United fans remains absolutely a topic for Man United. Yes, Man United keep discussing with PSG, keep negotiating with the agent of Ugarte, and so conversations ongoing for Man Ugarte. They still hope to find a solution also for some outgoing. We said about Greenwood, there is still Jadon Sancho, probably Casemiro, talking about midfielders with interest.
Okay, very important here. Why is Ugarte so important? Again, we watched Ugarte yesterday on yesterday's stream. We reacted to Ugarte, and I've said this before. Ugarte is the type of CDM I really want on this team. He's the proper sweeper. I'm not going to say he's Kante, but I think Kante is a good comparison for Ugarte. Maybe a bit better on the ball. He's that type of CDM that just goes after the ball. He's very good on the tackle. He's very good at winning the ball back. We saw it in the Copa America as well with Uruguay, how good he was. And I feel like if Casemiro is going to leave, which Casemiro, he needs to leave because of how his relationship with Ten Hag broke down. Casemiro didn't want to play in the FA Cup final last year, so there are a lot of problems there for Casemiro, and he wants to go. So I say, let Casemiro go. But if Casemiro goes, we need to get a replacement for him straight away. And I feel like Ugarte is probably the best the best in the market out there. There is also Onana from Everton. I don't really trust Onana from Everton. I don't think he's good enough on the ball. He's pretty athletic. He's good defensively, but on the ball, I don't think he's the profile of player that we need on this team. So yeah, and even if we don't sign Ugarte and we go for Onana, that's also fine by me. All I care about is that we get a CDM in as soon as possible. If Casemiro goes, we will need a CDM. There's no point in fixing up the centre-back position. There's no point in bringing in a striker if we leave another hole in the middle of the pitch. You know, you can't fix all your problems at once, but again, these key positions, the centre-back, the CDM, and the striker, need to be addressed first and foremost. And if you want to bring in another left-back, in my opinion, that will also be beneficial. But again, centre-back, CDM, and the second striker are paramount for this team. We got Zirkzee done. Now, again, preferably I get in Ugarte and De Ligt. If we can get those two done, that would be my preference. But if there are any other players out there that we can sign, that's also good. That's also good by me.
From Saudi, so there is movement around Manchester United for the outgoings, and Ugarte is one of the players they have in the list for the midfield for sure. Renato Veiga to Chelsea is signed. I see your questions. Everything is signed between Renato Veiga, Basel, and Chelsea. Contract till 2030.
Again, I don't really care about Chelsea, so we're going to skip this part. And then there's more news on the league towards the end.
To Man United, here we go this week. Could be. It depends on the clubs. I'm not sure it's going to be this week. Could be next week because the negotiation between the two clubs is still ongoing, and also Man United are now closing the deal for Joshua Zirkzee. But the update for today was Zirkzee, the exclusive story. Man United do not trigger the clause. 3-year payment. Here we go. Joshua Zirkzee to Man United. That's it for today, guys. But
okay, again, so for that update from Romano is just, but this was from yesterday. So we're gonna watch one that is from today. And yeah, so quickly on the league, it's pretty much he's got all the personal terms done with United. Right now, it's just about making sure that we get the right price in with Bayern Munich, which again is not going to be the easiest thing in the world because Munich will want good money for De Ligt. It looks like the fans don't want him to go. De Ligt is one of the best centre backs in the world, so I don't think De Ligt is going to come for little money. But again, De Ligt he's such a key position. And he's a key position, but you can sign any centre back in that position. But De Ligt is also a key player because one, he wants to come to United, which is very important. He's played under Ten Hag before. He believes in Ten Hag. He understands how to play under a Ten Hag system. There is that need for centre back, which De Ligt is going to fulfill. So I think that and he could even become a captain in the future. So I think it's a massive, how do you say? A massive interest from both parts, from De Ligt's part to come to United and for United to sign De Ligt. But again, let's see the new update in De Ligt, and let's see what Fabrizio Romano has to say today.
But Jurgen Klopp will not be the manager. That was never possible. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, but also important to mention, guys, in terms of Manchester United, that Matthijs de Ligt could really be the next one. Because contacts are very positive. De Ligt already 2 weeks ago told his agent, only Man United, no negotiations with other clubs. The agreement between Man United...
Again, this part for De Ligt to me is very important. The fact that De Ligt told his agent that he only wants to talk to United, to me, is very, very important. We've seen it before with so many players that they don't want to come to United and we force them in like De Ligt. It does not work like that. We need to get players that are bought into the system, that are bought into Ten Hag's philosophy and his vision and want to come to the club. So it's very important that De Ligt only wants to come to United.
And Matthijs de Ligt on a 5-year contract is done. So the contract is ready, the salary is ready. Rafaela Pimenta, the agent of the player, already approved the contract for Matthijs de Ligt at Man United. Now, negotiations ongoing. United, Bayern, but going very well because the price is very clear, 50 million euros. Man United want to arrive to that fee, including some add-ons.
Oh, so come on, 50 million for De Ligt? 50 million for De Ligt? That's a very good price. That's an amazing price for De Ligt. We need to get him. The fact that we signed Højlund last year for 70 million, we can get De Ligt this year for 50 million. One of the best centre backs in the world. Please get De Ligt in the team, please. And De Ligt, he's going to make us better, like straight away. Get him in the team, please.
the negotiation, the exchange is ongoing. Now, obviously, focus on signing the deal for Joshua Zirkzee, but at the same time, Man United keep advancing, keep progressing on the deal for Matthijs de Ligt, who could be the next signing for the club. And the next big name on the market will be, for sure, Nico Williams. Now, we respect the timing of the European final against England on Sunday. Full focus on the pitch for Nico Williams. But then, starting from next week, also Barcelona will start entering into concrete stages of the deal for Nico Williams. Chelsea...
Again, we're going to mainly focus on Manchester United news, so we're going to skip the Nico Williams part, and we're going to go watch Zirkzee one more time. But just quickly on Nico Williams, if Barcelona want to be successful, they must sign Nico Williams. I've said this over and over on my channel over the past week. If Barcelona are serious about competing against Real Madrid, if they are serious about being successful, they must sign Yamal. But again, we watched a Zirkzee video yesterday. We're going to watch another one today, and then we're going to go over to the stats. This is a different video. I'm trying to see some more stuff from Zirkzee. So we're going to do this quickly, and then we're going to give it a look at Zirkzee stats and see how he fits in this team. So again, very, very, very exciting place for this team. I'm very happy that we got this deal done quickly as well. And the thing with Zirkzee again is about that competition that he gives to Højlund. Is about the new type of play style that he adds to the team. I really thought that Martial was going to be a second striker last year, but again, Martial, you can never trust him. And with Zirkzee, you have a player here who is very, very exciting, and he looks to be, Zirkzee looks to be the next big thing in Europe. And you see in moments like this, just the ball control he has, his ability to link up play. Just the way how easy it is for him to just get past players. It's like they're not even there. Very good pass, very fluid. And it's like, he's not just, again, this pass here, he's not just being flashy for the sake of being flashy. He's being flashy to put his teammates in successful positions. And you need that because Højlund is the type of striker. He'll make the run, he'll finish. And look at this. You don't really see Højlund doing stuff like this. So again, Zirkzee playing with Rashford, playing with Bruno Fernandes, players that like to get forward, that like to get a goal in, is going to be paramount. And as well, Garnacho, he looks like he wants to have a breakout season as well. So we've got players in the team that are going to fit Zirkzee's play style very, very well. It's really hard for me not to be excited about this signing. Good pass there. It just he's got this flair, this elegance to his game that is very, very how do you say? Very inspiring. You see this first touch pass he makes allows his teammate to pretty much be on 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. Great finish, but again that's set up from Zirkzee. Takes one touch. And then with his second touch, sets up his teammate and gets another assist. Very good. Very good stuff. And another thing from Zirkzee is that he's, you don't really see it in these videos, but he's very physically imposing. Again, Zirkzee is around 6'3", 6'4". He's tall, just like Højlund. So that's another bonus for our team. Strikers that can be, he's more of like a link-up striker, but if we need him to be, he could also be coached into being a target man, because he also has that physique and has that ability. Good touch there, perfect touch. And again, he just opens up play so quickly, so effortlessly for his team. And he's just blowing past players like it's nothing. I love that. The way his first touch and the way his first touch is always a way for him to set himself up to face the goal. This is like textbook football. I love the way Zirkzee plays. Very calm, very composed, always looking to do the right thing. Very, very good. And of course, he didn't score a lot of goals last year. And in a second, when we look at his stats, we'll try and understand why. But Zirkzee, again, this Bologna team, they're not like a Man City or a Bayern Munich or Real Madrid where they are extremely offensive orientated. They've played great football last year, but Zirkzee on this team, he had also other functions. Another thing you find out about Zirkzee, great touch. Oh, you have to finish that, but great touch. Another thing you find out about Zirkzee is just how good he is defensively. Again, we're gonna go look at his stats in a moment, but I think he ranked first in Serie A last year amongst strikers for balls recovered per 90, and he was averaging about 3 balls recovered. He's averaging as well about 1.5 tackles per 90 and 1 clearance per 90 as well. He's very good at that. He's very good on the defensive side of things as well. He's very good under pressure. And again, if Ten Hag has taught us anything about his style of play over the last few years for Isaac and for Man United, is that he likes his team to be very pressing oriented. Højlund is very good on the press, and Zirkzee is also very good on the press. So Ten Hag right here, and also the board, they're trying to get in players that fit Ten Hag's style of football. And again here, very good 1-2. And you're seeing, and you're going to see this with Ahmad. You're going to see this with Bruno, with Rashford, with Garnacho. Zirkzee is an amazing link-up striker. Just how quick and how easy it is for him to set up his fellow teammates. Very good. And again, here with 3 touches, look at the pass he plays. Look at the pass he plays. Very, very good. Play it back. 1 touch, 2 touches, and now his teammate is completely through. And he also ranked, I think he was first for 3 balls per 90 among strikers in Serie A last year. But again, we're going to go into the stats. We're going to look at that again. Very, very good. Very good striker. Excellent on the link-up play. I think he needs to improve his finishing outside the box. But again, no football player on this planet Earth is perfect. But Zirkzee looks like he's young. He can be coached up. He's someone that Ten Hag can work with. Look at this. I just love the way he sets up his teammates. But again, guys, we're going to end it here. But Zirkzee so far, very, very good. Very good stuff. Last video we'll watch today and is from Statman Dave, and we're going to see what Statman Dave is saying about how Zirkzee links up with this team. And then after that, we're going to come over to the stats and look at his numbers last year for Serie A, sorry. But again, before we do this, we're going to go to Statman Dave, and we're going to see how Zirkzee links up with this team and which areas of the pitch we can see that Zirkzee is going to be successful. Looks like a great player, especially the natural ability. And yes, his natural ability is like that stuff that you can't coach. Like maybe you can coach that in kids, but at the highest level of football, you can't coach stuff like that. Players just need to have it or they don't. And it looks like Zirkzee is one of those players that has that natural ball playing ability. Just gonna let this ad play out. Oh, these ads on YouTube. Kind of long. Come on. Perfect. Again, guys, be sure, if you like this video, be sure to go subscribe to Statman Dave. He makes amazing analytical content on Manchester United specifically. But yeah, we'll start the video. And this quick pass that he makes here, just look at how quickly, when he makes that pass, 1 and 2 quickly make that run. So he's creating these chances, even if it isn't his free ball, he's creating those chances for his teammates. Very, very underrated skill.
And quality. His first touch shifts the defenders to open a passing lane for the 1-2, whilst his next touch draws the remaining defenders before releasing his teammate. This replay really
this play was all like Zirkzee and his brains and his technical ability and his understanding of the game. Amazing. I'm impressed. I am impressed.
Like Zirkzee's quality in tight spaces, as his ball manipulation, passing and first touch creates a high quality chance.
Very good.
Nothing but net, boys.
If you have £10,000 or more and you are looking to invest...
Look at that ball without breaking stride. This is...
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Zirkzee finds Ndoye with a perfect back heel without breaking stride. This is true number 10 vision and awareness, as the last time he saw Ndoye was before he'd even rolled the defender. And finally,
like, his understanding of the game is like beyond his years. It's phenomenal. Like, as far as like his overall game, like, take everything that you want a striker to do apart from scoring, he's way better than Haaland. Let's be honest, guys. He's way better than Haaland. I'm sorry. From these clips alone, you know, no one's going to put Haaland's goal-scoring vein into question. We're not doing that. Haaland is one of the best goal scorers in the world, if not the best. But in terms of his overall game, Zirkzee is better already. And playing under 10 like that, he's only going to get better. Because it's pretty much the overall point of this video. You have a player here, extremely talented. He does a lot of things right, but as a striker, you will be judged on how many goals you score. And if Zirkzee is not scoring at the bare minimum, and this is like a very low bar, 10 goals is going to be what is going to be worrying. Because you saw last year what Højlund was able to do with like a team that was in complete disarray. I think that Højlund this year, he touches 20 goals. He was 4 goals away last year. He's coming into this team. He's used to the team. He's going to get even better. I think that Højlund very easily this year scores 20 goals or more. Zirkzee, he needs to score at least 10. He needs to be scoring at least 10 if he wants the narrative around his name to be positive. Again, I like the player, but I already know how United fans are, and I already know how other fans are, and people are going to tear him apart if he's not scoring enough goals throughout the season.
Just missed my flight. Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
And again, just very quick while the ad is playing, I appreciate everyone that's watched the stream so far this morning. I've seen that some of you have already subscribed. Thank you very much, guys. Big up to all of you watching right now. Again, we're trying to do this a regular thing. We're trying to come live every morning. And you guys' support really makes this worth it. So thank you, guys. Everyone that's subscribed so far this morning, I appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be back Sunday. We'll be back to watch the final on Sunday as well. So again, thank you very much, guys.
Chelsea natural.
I think that's the best solution that Statman Dave brought up so far. Højlund starting on the right. Having Højlund on the right, Rashford on the left, and Zirkzee in the middle could be extremely dangerous. With the way Zirkzee likes to Zirkzee likes to drop deep, and we know Højlund being a very good finisher, and of course Rashford, when he's at his best, he's also a very good finisher. You're gonna have a lot of pace. Højlund and Rashford are extremely rapid. They can both score a goal, and then Zirkzee and Bruno, they can set them up. I think again, just with the one signing of Zirkzee, you're maximizing, or you're, how do you say it? You're giving the attacking players a lot more options, and I love that. I love that from Ten Hag and from the board. Sorry. Again, massive shout out to Statman Dave. Amazing video, amazing breakdown of Zirkzee's game. But we'll stop here because the stream is coming to an end. And before we finish, guys, I want to very quickly look at Zirkzee's stats. Hopefully, you guys can see this on your screen. Let me just try and move this real quick. Let me try and zoom mine in. Control Shift B. Yeah, before we finish, we're going to go over to the stats, and we're going to look at where Zirkzee excels and what he did well for Bologna last year in the Serie A. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see this. I think you can. Happy days. So, again, the main stat that worries me, so we're going to start with the negative first, is this one. Zirkzee, he only scored 1 goal from outside the box last year. As a striker, it's not that you have to be an amazing scorer outside the box. It's the fact that he's taken 26 attempts and he only scored 1. That needs to be improved. And when we watch the videos of Zirkzee as well, yesterday, today, and with Statman Dave, is the fact that his shots from outside the box, they look kind of flat. When we reacted to Højlund last year, when he was at Atalanta, it was quite the opposite. Højlund was kind of amazing from outside the box. He really has that power, that strength to really put the ball behind the net. But with Zirkzee, we've not really seen that. And again, he scored 10 goals from inside the box, which is also good. But again, although these stats may be a bit worrying, it kind of begins to make sense, or it's kind of like understandable when you look at Zirkzee's expected goals. You know, Zirkzee had an expected goals of 9, and overall towards the end of the season, he was able to exceed his expected goals by 11. So he was able to score an extra two goals. And if you guys don't know, expected goals pretty much means that out of all the chances you had throughout the year, which ones are like clear and cut, or which ones you should definitely be scoring, or which chances are the best. It takes into account so many things. It's like these advanced metrics are kind of like hard to explain, but in simple terms, it just looks at how many goals you should have been scoring. And for Zirkzee, it was a 9, and he exceeded that. So again, very, very good. His finishing does need to improve, but it's not like he's an atrocious finisher. He's all right with potential to improve. Another stat that I really liked about Zirkzee is this one. Zirkzee is completing 1 clearance per 90. And he's recovering the ball 3 times per 90. So again, when we're talking about Manchester United coming into next year, we want to be a team that presses. We want to be a team that's winning the ball up high. We want to have that Ten Hag DNA in us. And Ten Hag likes his team to be aggressive, to press. So Zirkzee seems to be one of those players that can also do that. So again, 3 balls recovered per 90s at 3 is extremely high, and again 3 clearances per 90, again extremely high. Another stat that's also very good from Zirkzee is his big chances created. Zirkzee's created 11 big chances. For a striker, that is very good. Not only is he scoring goals and putting himself in prime positions to score goals, but Zirkzee is also creating those chances for his teammates. So again, very, very good. And finally, I want to have a look at his dribbling, because his dribbling was also very good. Where is it? Dribbling. Again, another worrying stat before we go towards his dribbling is his headed goals. And this is quite worrying. Zirkzee is 6'4", and he scored 0 headers in the Serie A last year. Very bad. Very bad. This is the one stat that worries me tremendously about Zirkzee. How you doing, Andal and Genda? How you doing? Chelsea better? Oh, come on. We're going to see next year if Chelsea are better. We're going to see next year. But again, 6'4", 6'3", he scored 0 headers. That's worrying. And hopefully, under Ten Hag, we also got Van Nistelrooy as a coach. So under Ten Hag and under Van Nistelrooy, hopefully Zirkzee can improve in that area of the game. But again, another good stat is the fact he scored, of his 11 goals, he scored 5 with his left foot and 6 with his right foot. So Zirkzee is able to score with both feet, which is also another bonus, another positive stat. So really and truly, with Zirkzee, we have a player here that is horrible when it comes to scoring from headers, but at least his finishing does have room for improvement. It has room for improvement. Chelsea first, Man United second. Hopefully.
Oh, chest.
What is his dribbling? Because his dribbling is very good. So again, successful dribbles per 90 is a 1.5. But no, let's go over to FBRF very quickly. Again, I appreciate everyone watching right now, guys. These streams have gone very well, and you guys are really motivating me to really carry on and making these streams. So again, big up to all of you guys watching right now. If you want daily football content, if you want to continue to watch these daily lives, daily shorts, these daily videos, be sure to subscribe for more content, guys. Again, really appreciate all of you watching right now. Yeah, it is. Just bear with me for 1 second, guys. I saw it. We saw it yesterday. We looked at this yesterday. Goals and shot creation, defensive actions, possession, miscellaneous stats. Okay, I can't find it. Whoa, that's a shame. Okay, but we saw it in the videos. Anyways, we saw in the videos how good Zirkzee is dribbling, how well he can set up his teammates, and etc. But anyways, guys, We'll be back here tomorrow morning. We'll be back here to do another stream. Again, we're streaming on Sunday the final. We're going to stream some FC24 on Sunday as well. Big up to all of you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning.